You ever feel like your whole life's been ready, set, and nobody ever said go? Like your soul is on the starting blocks. You out there with your knees shaking, lungs tight, waiting for a signal that never comes. If you felt that, that is not anxiety, that's not burnout, that's not the modern life. That is your biology in lockdown, spirit in protection mode, a soul bracing for a threat that is long gone, but just never got the all clear. So if you've been feeling that pressure, let me give it to you straight. You're not broken, but you're living in a war you didn't sign up for and never learn to escape. So let's talk about it. Because I finished a chapter last night that hit me like a revival, but it wasn't the feel good kind. It was the kind that exposes you, undoes you like some shoelaces, forces you to see the machinery behind your misery. Lipton said something simple and profound. Hear this. A system cannot grow and protect at the same time. You understand that? Because once I heard that, once I read it, the system and the world made sense. Because humanity isn't growing. We are crouched, tensed, locked in a permanent flinch. Let me ask you something. You ever see footage of a Cold War drill? Sirens are blaring, people are rushing into bomb shelters, waiting for the all clear. Now imagine the siren never stops. Imagine no one ever says, yo, it's safe. Imagine an entire society living underground for decades in a state of permanent threat. Because that's the human nervous system today. That is consciousness today. That's your childhood today. Yeah, you didn't choose it, but it's been choosing for you. So let me break this down clear for you. Not in metaphor, but in mechanism. Because what you are feeling is not vibes. It's not weakness. It's not trauma culture. It is biology. Because see, when you were raised in fear, your nervous system got trained to protect, not grow. And what do we already learn and know? You can't protect and grow at the same time. When you were raised in chaos, your brain learned to scan for danger, not opportunity. When you never saw peace modeled, your body learned to survive, not expand. When validation came from outside you, your soul lost the right to believe itself. And here's the most lethal part. Protection mode shuts down intelligence, creativity, intuition, and spiritual sensitivity. Not metaphorically, biochemically, meaning, let's take it back to the beginning. When you live in ready, set, without a go, your mind becomes brilliant at survival and terrible at destiny. And that is why you feel stuck, not because you are defective, but because you're locked in a psychological posture never meant to be permanent. So take a breath right now, real quick. Ask yourself, who taught you to live in danger? Who taught you to outrun silence? Who taught you that stillness is not safe? Who taught you to distrust your own mind? How does that even sound out loud? Who kept you in set long after childhood ended? Now, I get it. None of it was your choice, but it became your chemistry. And your chemistry becomes your consciousness. Now, if that biology don't hit you, stay with me because this gets way deeper. In the book Ego and Archetype, Johnson says, Jesus may have been viewed as an illegitimate child, not because of biology, but because of the psychic reality of being born without clear placement. And if you feel that and let it resonate, that'll hit you hard, because watch this. We are the illegitimate children of consciousness, raised without guidance, born without spiritual initiation, fed information, not wisdom, fed noise, not nourishment, fed stimulation, not soul. So in that way, we grew up smart and became spiritually starved. We grew up connected and became internally isolated. We grew up comfortable and became consciously weak. We grew up free, but live like fugitives. You see, illegitimate doesn't mean unwanted, it means unclaimed. You were never claimed by a society that valued your soul. You were only claimed by systems that needed your obedience. And that is why Jesus' final words land different. You ready? Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. That wasn't pity, it was truth. Because they were unconscious. They were protection locked. They were spiritually blind. Just like today. Just like most people you know. And just like you. Until you started waking up. So look at your life for a second. Let me ask you a few questions. Where are you crouched? Where are you flinching? Where are you trying to grow while your soul is still in the bomb shelter? Where are you illegitimate, living without your own permission? Now, if you feel this in your chest, you good. It's not guilt, it's recognition. So let's pull this thing out of theory and into practice, because none of it matters if you can't use it tomorrow morning when the world tries to pull you back in the shelter you never agreed to live in. You want to know what time it is? It's that time. Time to do you. So let's do you, and let's do you together. 5 moves, 1 consciousness, 1 reclamation. We're going to start with disrupt. Call out the siren. Name the fear signal you've been obeying even after the danger passed. Disrupt that noise. Then you want to own it. Reclaim your legitimacy. You are not the byproduct of your upbringing. You are the author of your consciousness. Own it. Then you want to yield. Release the posture of protection. You can't grow while bracing. Drop your shoulders, drop the weight, drop the story. Then you want to observe. Study your automatic flinch. Where does your body go tense? Where does your mind shut down? Where does your spirit go silent? Take note of that. Then you want to unleash. Move like someone who got the all clear. Because spiritually, you did. You are the image of God and creator. Those are your 5 moves. That's 1 consciousness. My beautiful community of influencers. In our final moments together, let me be a reminder. You were born in growth. You were conditioned into protection, but you are remembering your way back. You are not illegitimate. You are inherited light. You are God's recollection in human form. So BYB, bring you back. BGB, bring God back, because you own it or be owned by it. You either run the system or the system runs You. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.